first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. Rod Stewart made this song popular, but it was Cat Stevens that wrote it, and we're going to be doing his version. By the way, this tutorial is brought to you by ordinary ukulele players like yourself. Check out what great rewards I have for patrons over at patreon.com/theukulelefool. These are the chords you need if you're playing a tenor, concert, or soprano ukulele, and these are the chord fingerings that you're going to need if you're playing it on a baritone. So it might even be easier on the baritone. Almost all the chords get 2 beats. So we're going to use a 2-beat strum. Sounds like this on a G. Down, down, up, 2, down, up, 3, down, up, 4, down, up. There are some times at the ends of the chorus where you need to play strums that are longer. I have those highlighted in yellow, and I'm going to switch to an island strum. So the end of the chorus, the first cut is the deepest, island strum and 2-beat and down, like that. And I've got them color-coded in yellow in both the play along and my chord chart, and I would hope that you would get a chord chart with all the diagrams and everything that you're going to see in here. Hey, if you're a finger picker, stick around. But first I'm going to go over the chords. If you're a beginning player, there's some challenging chord transitions, and I'm going to help you through those. But I've got finger picking, I've got a practice session for the finger picking, and I've got a practice session for all the chords too, and play along. If you are a beginning player and playing a tenor, concert, or soprano ukulele, G to D can be a hard chord transition to make. I have a few suggestions. Actually 3 suggestions. One is you don't have to finger your G or D the way that many people do, and it makes it easier. If you were taught to finger your G chord with the index finger on the C string, then your middle finger on the A string and ring finger on the E string, that is perfectly normal and acceptable. But you have alternatives. You can swap these 2 fingers and put the index finger on the A string and then reach over with your middle finger to the C string. Of course, you still got to do the E string with your ring finger. If you do it this way, then you can use this middle finger here as a pivot point, keep it there, and go to a D. So something to think about, could finger it differently. If you don't want to change your fingering on the G chord, you could change it on the D chord. So, got your normal fingering for the G. Then what you do is keep that shape and plop these over and squeeze in your ring finger there on the C string. So that's another option. And if you don't want to change any of your fingerings, then use an A minor 7 hack on the 2-beat strum. That would happen on the up strum, and you would just do no fingers on your fretboard as on the up strum, and while you're doing that, you're getting your fingers into place. So going from a G to a D, you're going down, down, up, down, down, up. The last tip I have for you is to economy of motion. Make sure that you're hovering your hand over the fretboard so that you're not using a whole lot of extra motion as you're going back and forth between the G and D. If you're playing a baritone, the tricky chord transitions are going from D to C and back to D. So you've got your D fingering, index, middle, ring. And you have to switch to C, which is index, middle, like that. The hack that I recommend on this is using an E minor 7 in between those, and you use it on the up strum of the 2-beat strum. So you're going down, down, up, C, down, up. It takes some practice to incorporate, but I use it all the time when I've got challenging chord transitions. Cat Stevens uses finger picking on the first verse before he starts rocking it out when he gets to the chorus and continues rocking it out. Here's what the pattern sounds like. I am using my thumb and these 2 fingers. My thumb is on the C string, My index finger always does E string, and then my middle finger always does the A string. The pattern looks like this. Thumb, middle, index, middle. The timing is 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and... Well, I know it's easier said than done, and you may need to do some practice. Let's do a slow practice session of that first verse. Really nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, begin. And G, D, C, D, G, D, C, D, G, D, C, D, G, C, D, D again, and G, C, D, I, and strum. Let's do a strumming practice session. Here's the verses. We'll go nice and slowly. 1, 2, ready, begin. G and a D, and a G and a D and C, and a G and D and C, and D, G and C and D, D and G and a C and D, island strum, and we go into G, which is in the chorus. Well, let's do that chorus. 1, 2, ready, begin. G, D, C, D, G, D and C, D, G, D, C, D and G and C and D, D again and G, D and C, D and G, D and C, D and G and D and C and I and strum and down, down. Let's play it together. I am going to do finger picking on the first verse, but you can just do the strumming and it will all fit together and it will sound lovely. Our starting vocal pitch is a G. It'll be down here though I'm playing with a low G. I would have. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, again. I would have given you all of my heart. There's someone who has torn it apart, and she's taken almost all that I've got. But if you want, I'll try to love again. Baby, I'll try to love again, but I know first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. 'Cause when it comes to being lucky, she's cursed. When it comes to loving me, she's worse. But when it comes to being lucky, she's cursed. That's how I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. Yes, I still I'd love to hear how your journey is going on the ukulele. Was this hard for you? Was it pretty easy? Let me know in the comments down below. I do read my comments and I respond to it. It takes me a while. All right, I've got some other Cat Stevens tutorials for you, so give those a look, and I hope to see you in the next video.